Me too. I love my Vincenzo character so much.
Lovely viewers, gather around because today's story is one filled with emotions, tension, and the kind of unexpected twist that makes everyone stop scrolling and pay attention. Imagine waking up to find the entire internet buzzing over the first leaked photos of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's baby. And then imagine being Song Junki, the man who once shared a life, a marriage, and dreams with Hye Kyo. For days, fans wondered how he felt, what he thought, and whether he would ever say anything at all. Well, just moments ago, he finally broke his silence, and what he said has left fans divided, emotional, and more curious than ever. Let's walk through this moment together, dear viewers, because what happened behind the scenes is something you will want to hear in detail. When the baby photos first spread online, showing Lee Min-ho holding the little one with a proud father's smile while Hye Kyo gently leaned in to kiss the baby's tiny forehead, the entire world paused. The images were intimate, soft, and full of that unmistakable new parent glow. People who had followed these two stars for years felt their hearts melt. It wasn't just a picture. It was a story, beginning, a dream coming true. And of course, not long after, the question that began circulating everywhere was, has Song Junki seen these photos? Fans whispered. Reporters speculated. Even celebrities chimed in subtly. But Junki remained silent, at least on the surface. According to close insiders, he saw the photos much earlier than the rest of the public. A friend reportedly sent them to him before the images went viral. At first, he didn't respond. He simply stared. It wasn't anger. It wasn't jealousy. It wasn't regret. It was something far deeper, a mix of surprise, nostalgia, and acceptance. After all, this was a woman he once loved more than anything, and a new chapter he never imagined watching from a distance. Lovely viewers, imagine being in his shoes. Seeing your former partner with a new family, a newborn, surrounded by joy, love, and a future that no longer includes you. That moment hits differently, no matter how much time has passed. For hours, Junki said nothing publicly. But behind the scenes, he reportedly took a quiet walk, turned off his phone, and tried to process everything. Sources close to him revealed that the baby's resemblance to Song Hye Kyo struck him the most. Her eyes, her small cheeks, even that gentle, peaceful expression she always had. It reminded him of the soft moments they once shared, the plans they once made, and the life that could have been. But lovely viewers, life moves forward, not backward. And Junki knows that better than anyone. So when he finally broke his silence, people didn't expect what he said. Instead of bitterness, instead of sadness, instead of confusion, he spoke with maturity, calm, and surprising warmth. On his private fan platform, he wrote a simple message. Some moments remind us how much life changes, and how important it is to wish others happiness. I'm focusing on my own journey, and I hope everyone else finds theirs too. Those words sent the internet into shock. Fans flooded social media with mixed reactions. Some praised his maturity, saying he handled the moment with grace. Others felt a little heartache, sensing the silent pain behind his message. And others wondered whether he still had lingering feelings for Hye Kyo. The message was subtle, but if you read between the lines, it carried more emotion than he intended to show. Insiders say he did not write that message lightly. He rewrote it multiple times, trying to make sure it reflected genuinely how he felt. Not too emotional, not too distant, but honest. And his honesty showed. Even without mentioning names, everyone knew exactly what he was referring to. Meanwhile, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo reportedly kept things quiet, not reacting publicly to Junki's statement but choosing to focus on their child's well-being. People close to the couple said they expected Junki to see the photos and had prepared themselves emotionally for whatever might follow. They weren't looking for drama. They weren't looking for tension. All they wanted was peace, especially now that they have a little one to think about. But viewers, you know how the online world works. Peace is rarely an option when big names and unresolved emotions collide. Comment sections exploded. Clips were made. Editorials published. Fan wars reignited. Some fans even urged Junki to move on, while others defended him passionately, reminding everyone that human emotions aren't switches you can turn on and off. And through all of this, Junki stayed silent once more, choosing not to expand on his message. Those close to him say that seeing the baby didn't break him, but it did make him reflect. Not in pain but in acceptance. It reminded him of how far he has come since his divorce, how much he has changed as a person and how different his life is now. He has his own family, his own child, his own peace. And sometimes that's enough. Yet, lovely viewers, no matter how much life moves on, there is always a small part of our hearts that remembers. Not because we want to go back, but because certain memories shape us. And seeing Hye Kyo's baby, a symbol of a new beginning, made Junki acknowledge that the chapter they once shared has truly closed. Still, what stood out the most in his message was maturity. There was no negativity, no grudge, no bitterness, just acceptance, and that subtle wish for happiness that many fans found deeply touching. Behind the scenes, people say Lee Min-ho also read the message and felt relieved. He reportedly told friends that he respected Junki's tone and appreciated his sincerity. Hye Kyo also felt the message was kind, according to insiders, though she has chosen not to speak publicly about it. For now, the world watches as these three lives continue on their separate paths. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo embrace parenthood with joy, while Song Junki focuses on his own peace. Quietly healing, quietly living, quietly moving forward. Lovely viewers, this moment isn't just about celebrity drama. It's about life, about closure, growth, forgiveness, and the courage to keep going even when the past knocks softly at your door. As always, thank you for sitting with me through this emotional and touching story. If you felt moved by Junki's message or the baby photos, let me know what you think. Did his words surprise you? Do you think he truly has closure? Share your thoughts, and let's keep this conversation warm, respectful, and full of love. In fact, what happened afterward added even more layers of emotion, reflection, and connection. The kind that makes you lean in closer, as if you're listening to a friend share a secret in a quiet room. After Junki shared his message, something subtle but powerful began unfolding behind the scenes. People around him noticed a shift. Not sadness, not regret, but a soft sense of release, as if acknowledging the new chapter in Hye Kyo's life finally allowed him to breathe a little deeper. A close acquaintance revealed that Junki spent the night after posting his message reflecting quietly, scrolling through old photos stored deep in his phone. Pictures from drama sets, fan events, backstage moments, and yes, a few from the early days of his marriage. Not because he wanted to revisit the past, but because seeing the baby pushed him to acknowledge that those memories no longer carried the same weight they once did. And lovely viewers, that's something many people experience. That moment when you realize the past no longer hurts the way it used to. Junki, in his own graceful way, reached that space. Not by force, not overnight, but by life gently showing him that letting go doesn't erase love. It just transforms it. Meanwhile, something beautiful happened online. Fans who had once fiercely defended their favorite actors found themselves unexpectedly united. Instead of arguing, people began sharing supportive messages for all three stars. Comments like "Everyone deserves happiness," "Healing takes time," and "This is maturity on all sides" started trending under related posts. For once, the energy wasn't chaotic. It was almost comforting. A rare, peaceful moment in a fandom world that's usually full of fire. Lovely viewers, imagine that. Three people connected through love, heartbreak, and new beginnings, indirectly inspiring thousands of strangers to reflect on compassion. But the story didn't stop there. After seeing the calm reaction online, insiders say Junki felt relieved. He reportedly shared with a friend that he had been afraid his message might stir unnecessary drama or be misinterpreted. Instead, he was touched by how warmly people received it. He even said quietly that he hoped Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo would get to enjoy parenthood without the pressure of comparisons or past controversies. That one sentiment, wishing peace for others even when their happiness no longer includes you, spoke volumes about his growth. As for Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, those close to them say they were surprised by the kind, respectful tone of Junki's message. They read it separately, Yet their reactions were similar. A moment of silence, a small nod, a breath released. Not from fear, not from awkwardness, but from recognition. They knew how delicate this moment could have been. They knew how easily things could have spiraled. And they appreciated that Junki chose grace over confrontation. Lovely viewers, it's easy to forget that celebrities are people too, with hearts that break, heal, tremble, and grow just like ours. And this entire situation reminded everyone of that truth. Few days later, something sweet happened. A new set of private photos of the baby, not leaked, but shared intentionally with close friends, circulated quietly behind the scenes. In one of them, the baby held onto Min-ho's finger, tiny hand wrapped around it tightly, eyes closed in perfect innocence. In another, Hye Kyo smiled so gently that anyone who saw it felt warmth in their chest. Insiders say Junki didn't receive those particular photos, but he heard about them and simply smiled, saying, "A child is always a blessing." That one line reached people close to the couple, and they were touched. Healing, it seems, was happening for everyone. And lovely viewers, you know what happens when healing begins. Perspective shifts. Energy changes. Even the fans who once clung to old narratives began embracing something new, something healthier. The idea that people can grow apart, start new lives, and still wish each other well from afar. But perhaps the most emotional moment came later, when Junki was spotted at a quiet cafe, spending time with his own little family. Witnesses said he looked peaceful, smiling as he held his child, gently tapping their nose and whispering something that made the baby giggle. That scene, soft, simple, human, showed that he wasn't stuck in the past. He was living in his present, and that present was filled with love. Lovely viewers, think about that for a moment. 3 lives, once connected through complicated emotions, now moving forward in their own directions. No drama, no bitterness, just growth. And as fans continued to discuss the situation, many began reflecting on their own lives. Ex-partners, past relationships, memories that once hurt but no longer sting. The story of these stars became a mirror for thousands of people, reminding them that closure doesn't always arrive in grand speeches or confrontations. Sometimes closure comes quietly, in the form of acceptance, a baby's smile, a gentle message, or in finally realizing that your heart feels light again. Lovely viewers, as we continue following this journey, let's keep holding on to the same energy that Junki showed us. Compassion, understanding, and the courage to move forward. Because if these stars can navigate such emotional crossroads with grace, maybe we all can too. There's a richness here, a tapestry of feelings and private reflections, that many of us might never have seen if we only watched from the surface. This is about growth, human emotion, and the quiet moments that speak louder than headlines. After Junki's message and the peaceful reactions of Min-ho and Hye Kyo, life seemed to settle, but behind the calm, the undercurrents of emotion were still very much alive. Insiders close to Junki revealed that he spent time reflecting on his journey, not just the chapters with Hye Kyo, but the years since. Those years had been transformative. Projects he threw himself into, friendships that deepened, quiet mornings with his family, and the realization that life doesn't just move on by itself. It moves forward because we choose to let it. And yet, the sight of Hye Kyo's baby awakened something tender, something sacred within him. Not longing but awe. Not regret, but recognition of life's endless possibilities. What's remarkable, lovely viewers, is that Junki didn't turn away from these emotions. Many of us might have brushed them aside, pretending they didn't exist, but he allowed himself to feel, fully and without shame. He reportedly told a close friend, "It's strange. I don't feel sadness, but I feel the weight of time and the beauty of life continuing. I feel gratitude for what was and curiosity for what is." That reflection alone shows a level of maturity and introspection that goes far beyond the ordinary. Meanwhile, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo were quietly navigating parenthood, but insiders revealed that they too were affected by Junki's response. Not in a dramatic way but subtly. Min-ho, especially, reportedly felt reassured that Junki's message carried respect and kindness. He even confided to friends that it reminded him of the humanity shared by people who have loved each other in the past, that you can care, wish well, and still carve your own path. Hye Kyo, known for her emotional depth, was moved as well. She reportedly told a close confidant that Junki's words felt like a blessing in disguise, a silent acknowledgement that life had turned a new page without erasing the old ones. Lovely viewers, think about how rare that is. To witness someone from your past acknowledge your happiness with grace, that is not something everyone experiences. And it's something that resonated widely among fans. Across social media, discussions started evolving. Instead of the usual clash of opinions or the obsessive scrutiny of private lives, people began to express admiration for how all three stars handled the situation. Many fans shared personal stories saying things like, "I lost someone I loved, but I wish them happiness now. And life moves forward and so must I." The stars' actions had begun influencing real-world compassion. But the story deepens. Behind closed doors, Junki reportedly started engaging more actively with his creative projects, pouring emotion into work that reflected his recent reflections. Directors, co-stars, and collaborators noticed a new energy in him, a calm confidence combined with a quiet intensity. In interviews, he hinted at how personal experiences inform his craft, without ever revealing the specifics. Fans speculated endlessly, but those close to him say he's never been happier creatively. That's the fascinating paradox here. Seeing Hye Kyo's baby photos, a moment that could have been painful, instead sparked a renewed sense of purpose and creative focus. At the same time, private glimpses of Min-ho and Hye Kyo's life as parents began surfacing subtly online. Not full-blown media leaks, but small, tender moments captured by close friends or staff. A snippet of Min-ho helping Hye Kyo with baby clothes, Hye Kyo singing softly to her child in the morning light, laughter echoing through their home. Fans, even without seeing full faces, felt the warmth radiating from these glimpses. And while Junki did not witness these directly, friends shared them with him privately, not to provoke emotion, but as quiet acknowledgement that life was unfolding beautifully for them. Junki reportedly smiled at these moments, saying, "Life is full of small miracles." Lovely viewers, the way all three individuals handled this delicate emotional web is extraordinary. There's a lesson here for everyone watching. Closure isn't about erasing the past, it's about understanding it, honoring it, and moving forward with integrity. Junki's silence was not emptiness. It was thoughtfulness. His brief public message was not shallow. It was profound. Min-ho and Hye Kyo's focus on their family wasn't avoidance. It was love and responsibility. And the fans, they became witnesses to maturity, kindness, and the quiet dignity of grown-up emotions. Even more, insiders say that this experience sparked reflection for Junki beyond personal feelings. He began reaching out more actively to friends and colleagues, cherishing connections in a way he hadn't prioritized before. One friend noted that he seems more grounded, more present, and more human. There's a beauty in that, lovely viewers. The idea that an event that could have created tension instead fosters growth, empathy, and a deeper appreciation for life itself. And yet, there's still a tender, quiet tension, not of conflict, but of curiosity and longing for understanding. Junki reportedly continues to reflect on the nuances of love, family, and time. Questions like, how do we balance our past with the present? Or how do we honor memories without being trapped by them? Are ones he meditates on quietly. It's a level of introspection that resonates deeply with anyone who has loved, lost, or moved on. Meanwhile, Min-ho and Hye Kyo's journey into parenthood continues to captivate. Each small milestone, first steps, first words, first laughter, becomes a celebration not just of their baby, but of life itself. And although Junki watches from a distance, he reportedly feels a silent happiness for them, acknowledging that their joy doesn't diminish his own. In fact, it seems to remind him of the vastness of life's possibilities, the layers of love, and the profound beauty of moving forward with an open heart. Lovely viewers, the story of Junki seeing Hye Kyo and Min-ho's baby photos is not just about celebrity drama. It's about human emotion, growth, and the rare, quiet courage it takes to respond with kindness, grace, and reflection.